Hello, all my beautiful crafters. Thank you so much for joining me today on Danielle's Craft Diary. I want to show you a really fun project that I just finished. This is a journal that I made with my junk journal friend Cindy, and we decided every month to have a monthly theme challenge beginning in January 2020. So the theme for January 2020, sorry, not 2020, I'm a little behind, 2022 is, I still have projects from 2020 and probably 2019, so maybe that's what's on my mind. But so this was for January 2022, and Cindy picked this month's theme, which was steampunk. The idea of doing these challenges is to get us out of our comfort zone and to get us a little more creative. So each month will be a different theme. It doesn't have to be an actual object per se. Cindy had shared with me the other day that she may choose to do a month where we buy nothing. We can only create a journal from the things that we already have. So it doesn't have to be like an actual theme that we're doing as far as, steampunk or food or travel or anything like that. It could just be, using things that we already have. So I'm really excited for that one because I've got a lot of stuff around here. But anyway, let me show you what I made. This was a pre-made album. So the album itself, I did not cut cardstock or I didn't cut any type of like chipboard or anything to make the album. I think the actual album was from, it was either 49th and Main, or I think that's where it is. I think that's where it came from. So the paper packs, I used a couple different paper packs. I think they were all from Stamporium, and they were just so cool. This one was my favorite, the Underwater Sea World, and you'll be able to see those packs. I'm pretty sure I did those in a haul video that you could see all those paper packs. So if you're interested, just go back and check out one of those videos. So I got just about all my supplies. I think I got all my paper supplies from the Crafted Butterfly, which is in Plant City, Florida, which is it's outside of Tampa. It's outside of Orlando too. It's not quite in between the two, but it's definitely closer to Tampa, but it's in between the two. So if you're ever like in the Orlando area, it's, worth the trip out. So, okay, let's get started. So I put this on the front. I had debated between doing maybe like a clay sculpture or something, but the reason I even went with the pre-made album was because I have a lot of to-do things on my list for this year and for January, and I wanted to get it done, but I didn't want to spend, hundreds of hours on it. So let's get started. So I left this page just intact because the graphics are so awesome on it. I wanted to just be able, I couldn't bear to put anything over top of that, so I just left it the way that it was. Now this here, I saw this little tutorial on Pinterest, and I'm sorry, I don't know who it was, but if you go on Pinterest and just put up like junk journal ephemera, you'll probably see it. But basically I just took a piece of junk mail that had a window in it, and I covered it. So I tore paper down here, I tore paper, put it up there, I tore paper and glued it on the sides, and then I glued it on, I cut the edge over here, and I put a piece of paper in the back that would have like nice graphics showing through. And then I glued it back down. And then what I did was on this tag, I made sure that I taped something here that would show when I put it back in this pocket. See that? So I put the wording right there so that you could see it in there when it was put back in. So I did add these flaps going up. These books, they come out to the sides, but I added the flaps going up. So let me try to get everything here in view. I did these little tags here, which was also inspired on Pinterest. I saw it wasn't with tags, I think it was with butterflies, and I thought that was cute, a real simple way to add something. I put a little journal card in here, so you could journal on that, and you could also tuck tons and tons of things into this journal. Here were some journal cutout tags that came in the paper packs. I didn't want to put ties on them because I am going to put this in my Etsy shop, and this way it allows people, if they don't want all that bulk, they can add ties if they want to, or not. If they'd rather add paper, that's fine. But sometimes when you put too many tag tops on fabrics and things, it just makes it really, really bulky, and I want people to be able to, you know, add what they want to add to it. So some of these pages they're very, very busy, so it's even like a surprise every time I go back through to see what's in them. So this is a little piece of chipboard. There was a chipboard pack that I had purchased. Some more tags, and some of these tags I did double-sided because I loved the tags, and some of them I left so that there could be journaling or photos added. I put a couple bookmarks throughout the journal. I love bookmarks. I love to read. And then this one was just decorative. You can't open that one. Just decorative, so you can put things back in here. And then on this page here, I did a lot of tucks in here too. So these cards are really cool. You'll see them throughout. I left the back blank on that one. I'm pretty sure I left the back blank on all of them. This is a piece of chipboard that I put both sides on here. So you could put that underneath something if you were going to write and you needed a harder surface to write on. You could definitely put this under there, but I just love all the gears and everything. And I love steampunk from afar. It's always been something that I look at and I say, oh, that's really cool. But it's never been something that I looked at and said, oh, I want that inside of my house, because it just doesn't go with my decor. And that's, you know, like I love Tim Holtz. He does a lot of like steampunk type things, and I just love it. I absolutely love it, but it's just not fitting into my house. So this got me, there we go. This got me really out of my comfort zone, but it was so much fun because I was able to work with something that I've always admired. So this here is just another page that I left blank. And here's a belly band that I put on here so you could shove some things in here. This is a tag that I put just a real thin piece of dyed paper, hand-dyed paper in there to journal some things on. And then there are chipboard embellishments throughout and just some cardstock embellishments. I put her on there. There's some more journaling papers in here. Journaling tags for photos or journaling or to add, but I thought that was cute to add this little tag on there so you know when you're looking here, you know, oh, that pulls out, there's a little tag there. Okay, and then again here, plenty of room to add your own. These are journaling cards that came in the paper packs, so there's plenty of room there for whatever you would like to add. And then they just slide back in there, and there's a lot of room left there to be able to add more things as you'd like. And here we go. Some more journaling cards. Again, the backs are left for your journaling. And if that's not, you know, your style and you wanted to glue them together and make it a little bit thicker, you definitely can. You just have to trim up, like there's more of a border on this one than there is on this one, so you just have to trim those up, but you definitely can do that, and I've done that on some of them. I know some people are intimidated to actually use the journals, so I like to leave a lot of opportunity to add photos or write or draw or whatever it is, so that you're not so intimidated. There's another tag, and see, I just added like a little string on there. Doesn't add a ton of bulk to it. I love this little piece of paper. It's absolutely perfect. I wish I could buy that in sheets. So there's two pockets here. There's one here, and there's one here where you can add plenty of other things. Actually, I'm sorry, there are 3 pockets here. It's a little challenging when you're looking through the lens of the iPad to pull everything out. Okay, here's a little journaling card there. And there we go. So let me, again, when I'm doing this, I'm actually looking through the iPad to make sure that everything is in frame, and the iPad frame isn't where the object actually is. So it looks centered here, but for me, it's actually like over here. So it's, any of you that record on an iPad know exactly what I'm talking about. So just a little challenging. These are all of my tags that I put in here. Again, for whatever, little doodles or little daily entries. Some more bookmarks. I just love bookmarks. I mean, keep them in here, pull them out, give them away. Wouldn't these be cute just to throw onto like a gift bag when you're gifting something away? Look at these cards. Aren't these cool? I mean, seriously. This is so out of my comfort zone. And I'm so happy, especially with the couple paper packs that we used. Well, I used. We didn't use the same paper packs. There were some that we did. And it's funny because there were no rules. It was just, you know, okay, steampunk. And our journals are completely different. She definitely does more junk journal type things. And they don't look like junk. So I don't mean that in a bad way at all. But like mail and envelopes and things, but she also purchases a lot of those envelopes new and such, and it's just interesting to me because she really likes the grunge look, and I love the grunge look, but I also have a hard time getting out of my clean edges. I struggle with that sometimes. You know, I really want things to stay clean. And I'm trying to get out of that comfort zone. So not with this one so much, but maybe down the road, maybe a challenge will be Danielle has to ink every edge. That could be, or Danielle has to use only things from the trash. That would be a really good challenge for me. So here's another tag that I just put a little chain on the top. And I used a yellow mailing envelope, and I just folded it over, and there's 2 pockets in there, and there's another one of those harder boards. So if you wanted to write like on a journal card or something, and you didn't want to write on here because it's a textured surface, you know, we have some raised areas and stuff, you could set this down, and then you could put your journal tag on top. And then you could write, and you'd have an area, a nice hard surface to write on there. And another journal card, and I thought he was cool just to kind of keep him peeking over the edge there. This is a file folder, so this one here is glued down, but it looks like it's a file folder there, so you could shove things in instead of it just being a flat folder. It has a little, you know, little tab on there. You could even label. There's a tab here that you could label. Some more this is paper that I just glued craft paper behind a couple layers of to raise that up a little bit. This one is really fun. I think this one is cute. It flips out, and then you have pockets for your journal cards, and there's a pocket. Sorry about that, hit the camera there. There's a pocket here also on the back, and here also on the front. I love the seahorse. Again, the ocean theme with the gears was my favorite paper to work with. And you could see here, this is what I would consider to be like the last page that you would see. I thought that one was really, really cool. And here there's a brown paper bag that I folded up and put some paper in, and you can tuck some things in there. And there are a couple envelopes in there that I made from the paper, so you could tuck away some goodies there and then just slide them back in. And you could slide them in either way you want them. Once you know that they're there, you know, it won't be a hidden surprise for you anymore. And then you close that up, and then we have the back, and then we have the side. So I hope you enjoyed this project share. I am going to list this in my Etsy shop. I wasn't sure if I was going to. I absolutely love it, but I have a lot of projects that I'm working on right now, and I would much rather pass this along and see someone else get joy out of it, since I put so much love into it, than for me to keep it around and it will be years before I end up getting to use it. So I'll go ahead and link my Etsy shop below. My Etsy shop is called The Cozy Coneflower. So I will link it below. And if you have any questions or want to see how I made anything that I showed in here, please leave a comment below. And if you haven't already, if you could please like the video and subscribe. That way I know that you like what I'm doing here, and I'll keep more coming. The more likes I get and subscribers, then I know, oh, they actually like what I'm showing them here. Let me show them some other stuff. I'm happy to do tutorials if you let me know what you'd like to see. Thanks so much. Have a great day. Bye.